everybody. My name is Scott Billings. I have with us my lovely bride, Jackie Billings.
Hi.
And we're going to talk today about kind of a fun topic. Imagine that you're going to travel through time, Jackie.
Back to Jesus' time?
No. You're going back in time and...
Back to the Renaissance.
No. Back a little closer. Oh. You're going back in time to when you were in high school.
Oh, man.
In Idaho Falls.
Little town. I called it the poop town, but it was a lovely town.
It was a lovely town. And you run into your 17-year-old self. Picture here. Aww. Look at that. Look at that hottie. Look at that hottie. What would you tell this lovely lady, knowing what you know today? What would you tell her? What would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Man, I think, first of all, don't try to straighten your hair. It's a waste of time. If you calculate the amount of time it takes to straighten your hair, like an hour per time, how many hours of life would that take?
It's a lot.
So I would say, first of all, just don't even try. Don't even worry about it. And then on a more serious note, looking at that picture, you can probably tell I was pretty nerdy, pretty overachiever mindset. That was good. It was good to learn to work hard and do well at things, but I think.
But you never studied.
I never studied. I was kind of one of those people who just came in and aced it. So needless to say, yes, I did get straight A's in high school. So what I learned, what I would tell myself in high school to the girl who was running around doing every activity and overachieving, is that pretty soon it's all going to fall away. Uh-oh. It's all going to fall away because that high school bubble will pop as soon as you're out of it, right?
Yeah.
And everything is different. And it really happened in college, freshman year of college, my first chem class. I thought I was going to do great and I got a C. I bombed it. I totally bombed it. My first C in my life. And I was so devastated.
But a C is not a bomb.
Oh, it was but for somebody who was used to getting only A's, it was like a judgment of my character.
Okay.
So extreme depletion for me. And I was so depressed about it. I changed my major. I could have been a doctor today. I could have been a doctor.
The C got you away from being a doctor?
Yes, that C said I should not be in a pre-med program.
Wow.
So I guess I would say don't make decisions like that.
Okay.
Quickly, based upon failure.
Okay.
Failure is going to happen. Failure will happen. Did you have a failure moment?
I've had
failed.
More than one.
When you're not used to getting those big failures, you think it somehow is going to crush you, but failure's part of life, right?
It is.
Failure's part of life. So I would tell my little curly haired self, you will fail, honey. You are going to fail. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. You're going to get through it. You're going to get over it.
So how would you, encourage your 17-year-old self? Hey, this is how God can help you. Like the spiritual angle, like, yes, we're going to fail. Like those things are going to happen, but how can God help your 17-year-old self? Like, what would you tell her?
I think inside the failure, I was thinking, it's over for me. And I wasn't really seeing that perspective of God controlling the destiny of my life. If I were a doctor right now, I wouldn't probably even be in Tucson, right? I wouldn't be married to you. Because
That's so sad.
I know.
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, it's true. God controls your destiny and he uses those things. And I'm not trying to sound cliche, but God works all those things out, even in our failures, he's directing us and he's guiding us. So it makes me think of Moses. We were talking about Moses earlier. Moses started out as a prince. You guys are familiar with his story. He started out as a prince. He had the best education. He had the best training. He had all the resources he could possibly need. But that didn't prevent him from failing in a big way, trying to achieve God's will through his own efforts. He ended up murdering a man, right? And fleeing to the desert for years, 30 years, I think, right?
Yeah, 30, 40 years, yeah.
In the desert, watching his father-in-law's sheep. We heard in a recent teaching, like, what's lower than that, right?
Yeah, that was not a promotion.
Not a promotion. Fail, big fail. But did that prevent him from freeing the children of Israel? Yeah. No, it didn't, because God had it. God had his back.
So you would tell your 17-year-old self in a non-cliche way, that God's got it.
God's got it. The failure is going to happen. God's got it. Keep your eyes on him, right?
Yeah.
And be familiar with who he is so that he can direct you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, guys, again, love sharing, hearing what you have to share about your 17-year-old self. And she's so sweet and cute. And I love her. She's awesome. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe and
click the bell.
Click the bell.
Click the bell.
And,
that was my line, guys.
Yeah, click the bell. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, RMNT Youth. With all that said, God bless you guys.
Bye.